Well, hello. Today's the 1955 John Wayne movie Blood Alley. Captain Tom Wilder is an American merchant mariner who is a prisoner of the Communist Chinese. He gets help escaping through bribery in a Soviet uniform smuggled in. He was helped because a Chinese village wants to escape to Hong Kong and need a captain. The villagers will steal an old steam wheel riverboat. Wilder meets the daughter of an American medical missionary. He saves her from a Chinese soldier. They capture the riverboat by staging a phony fire on it. They also lure a patrol boat into a trap. The Feng family, who are pro-communist, poison the food. They also try to take over the ship during a storm. The ship has to stop at a graveyard of boats to strip the derelicts of wood for the boiler. There they are ambushed by a Chinese destroyer. They manage, though, to escape into the marshy estuary to hide from them. Then they make it to Hong Kong amid steam whistles and sirens on all the ships in the harbor welcoming them. Okay, so this 1955 movie was adapted from a book by Albert Fleischman, who was also hired to write the screenplay for this movie. And it was mostly filmed in Northern California. And, the Blood Alley is apparently the nickname for the Formosa Strait. And it didn't quite do very well. I mean, at the box office, it had a $2 million budget and only made $2.2 million. So it's pretty much considered a flop. It didn't even make its money back. And originally, it, of course, was supposed to star Robert Mitchum in the main role. But he had a falling out with the director. And so then they tried to get Gregory Peck, who was not interested in it at all. And then they tried for Humphrey Bogart, who was, the wife of co-star Lauren Bacall. But apparently Bogart just wanted too much money. And so they finally found Wayne, who I guess decided to take the part. And of course, it has, a lot of the supporting actors are basically Caucasians playing Chinese, what they now refer to as yellowface. And I'm sure that, triggers a lot of people, but, that's how they did it back in those days. They really didn't have very many Asian actors to choose from. Although they did get a lot of Asians to play the support background characters in that. And this was also a movie apparently that was promoted on an episode of I Love Lucy. It's the episode where I guess Lucy and Ethel are visiting Hollywood and somehow steal Wayne's footprints from Grumman's Chinese theater. And I guess at the time that the whole idea was that the movie Blood Alley was premiering at the time, and they also worked some movie posters in the show. And this is actually also a little weird thing is the U.S. Air Force apparently awarded the cast and crew a certificate of merit for encouraging recruitment. Now I'm like scratching my head. Whoa, how did that happen? Because there's not a plane in this movie at all, and apparently they loaned them a boat that they used for rescuing pilots, which was used as a patrol boat. And just okay, well, yeah, I guess I didn't even really know Air Force had boats, but they left that up to the Navy. But Apparently they do. And, I don't, you know, sorry, I just can't watch this movie and see anyone being motivated to join the Air Force. Just kind of a weird little thing there. On the whole, it's a decent movie. It's one of Wayne's more, not his successes, and it does kind of drag and slow at the time, and there's absolutely zero chemistry between Wayne and Bacall. This romance is very flat, and you don't feel much for it. I think though that what kind of amuses me the most is that the Chinese communists are evil in this. I mean, that way back, in the old days, studio execs did not care what the Chinese Communist Party thought, like they do now, and they just they'll grovel to them to get their movies shown in China. But back then they didn't care, and Chinese communists are evil in this movie, and I kind of find that refreshing. And maybe someday we'll go back to that. I don't know, but that's just kind of, if anything, that's what I kind of love about this movie. It's just great simpler times when you could have evil communists. So, if you stuck with me this long, I thank you. You're a unique individual.